Internet's slow today. Oh. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining today on this beautiful, I don't know where it's doing at your place, but it's sunny here in London, Ontario. But welcome to Speak Up and Empower Real Talk Travel. And Speak Up and Empower is an online membership of individuals that are made up of people that have a vision. They've got something important to say and they want to share it. And I'm with Real Talk Travel and I'm going to share something exciting to you because we're definitely on another adventure and we got a special guest with us. And it is Amanda Morris. She is actually going to talk to us about the Playa Resort. But we're actually going to a destination, aren't we, Amanda? So welcome, Amanda, and take it away.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me a second time. So I'm really excited. I think we talked about the Dominican Republic last time. So now I'm taking you all to Jamaica.
Awesome. Jamaica man, let's go.
Definitely one of my very favorite destinations. So I'm going to talk about the properties we have there. We have 5, but of course we've got properties throughout the Caribbean and Mexico. So you're going to see, I think, Susan, we're going to actually come back again if I'm lucky, and we'll talk about Mexico.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you'll get a glimpse at all of the resorts. But like I said, today's all about Jamaica. So we're going to see our Hyatts in Jamaica. We're going to see our Hilton Rose Hall and our two jewel properties. So we're going to take a look at 5 resorts. Now, before we do, I do just always like to just talk a little bit about the brands that we have, especially right now. So Playa Hotels and Resorts is likely not a name that you're very familiar with. I'm sure, Susan, you probably don't have people calling asking for Playa.
Absolutely not, no.
No, that's our parent company. That's the actual company organization that owns all of these 18 amazing resorts. So we have our 5-star all-inclusive Hyatts. We have our 5-star all-inclusive Hiltons. And then, of course, our Panama Jacks, our Jewel Resorts, and our Sanctuary. Now, one thing right now, of course, in Canada, we're sort of taking a little bit of a break on travel, right? But we are dreaming about travel and we're preparing for those future trips. So I do just want to always remind everybody that, those brands, Hyatt and Hilton in particular, those are the Hyatts and Hiltons that you know and are familiar with all over the world. So those brands that you know and trust, and, we've put everything into place in our Playa Safe Stay program that they've put into place at those properties all over the world. And then we've added some of our own. So the difference is Playa owns these properties, but we are true partners with Hyatt and Hilton. Now, we're not going to dive too much into what we're doing with our Playa Safe Stay program to keep everybody safe, of course, from COVID. But I will let you know that we have an amazing video available with, right here's a screenshot from our CEO and chairman, Bruce Radinsky. And Susan, if you don't mind just doing a paste of the link that they can watch this YouTube video and find out literally everything that we're doing on property to ensure that our guests are having an amazing time.
And absolutely. I'll put it in the chat. Yes.
Thank you. The feedback, I will say, has been phenomenal. Of course, in Canada, the planes are taking a little break right now. But before that, and some from some of our friends south of the border, they've really been impressed with all of the protocols that we've put into place. So just a couple quick points. Of course, our staff are super, super important to us, just as important as our guests. So they're taking all of the proper safety precautions in full PPE gear. We've definitely reconfigured all areas of our resorts to accommodate social distancing comfortably. Of course, methodical cleaning. Now, I will say Playa is known for our luxury properties. So all of, the methodical cleaning is something we were already doing, of course. We've just, of course, taken it one step further to ensure the safety of our guests and our staff. One of the really great things, and one of the things that we're really known for, we're going to talk about in a second, and I'm sure, Susan, you know all about it, is our dining. We have amazing food.
Yes.
Very unique experiences. So we've been very careful in still being able to, include all of those great experiences in restaurants to our guests, just reconfiguring and redesigning the seating areas. And then, of course, with our very high standards, we also have very high standards of all of our local service partners. So, again, all of these things have been taken into consideration when putting in our Playa Safe Stay program.
And I think that when individuals know that you've taken great care to look after them and keep them safe, then they're going to have more confidence to book.
Absolutely. And you know what? We've been very vocal about the experiences our guests have had in destination. And we've had a number of guests that have come back and travel agents who have said, I felt safer on property than I do in my own hometown. So,
there you go.
you know, we're definitely doing something right. So right now, I just want to talk about, you know, some of our main key selling features. One of the biggest things for us is having a consistent product, regardless of if you are going to one of our 4-star properties or our 6-star sanctuary Cap Cana that we talked about last time, or any of the 5 stars in between. It's really important for us that it's a consistent product. So we have what we call our 4 pillars. Food and beverage, we talked about really briefly already. Again, a very dynamic and dining experience with a number of different and unique restaurants, no reservations required, room service available. When you're on vacation, we want you to be able to relax and dine when you want to dine. Order into your room if you just want to relax and not have to get dressed and go to a restaurant. Gourmet coffee shops. Are you a coffee drinker, Susan?
I absolutely am, and I love Jamaican coffee.
Yes, me too. We have gourmet coffee shops at every single one of our properties. And the biggest thing with food and beverage is just making sure if you have any food allergies or food sensitivities, know that any one of our properties is going to be able to take excellent care of you. We're very sensitive to that. So you can let Susan know when you book and she'll get in touch with us and we'll make sure to take care of the rest. But a lot of really unique dining options. Locations, we're very particular where we go. So when you book a Playa property, you know you're going to be on a great beach, you're going to be conveniently located to the airport, and you're going to have lots of options for things to do both on property and off property. Accommodations, this is one of my very favorites. Yes, there's so many fun things to do. Now, one of my favorite things, and one of is accommodations. One of my biggest pet peeves, and Susan, I'm sure you'll agree with this, is when you have a 5-star property, but you can't sell every room category because the lead-ins aren't really 5-star. You know, there are properties out there like that. But with Playa, no matter what property you book and no matter what room category you book, you're going to have a really nice room. What usually changes is the square footage. When you get into the larger suites, you're going to get a bigger room, and it will be the views. So you might have a garden view, you might have an ocean view, an ocean front, but really that's all that changes. The style, the decor is going to be the same no matter what. So we really have something for everybody and all budgets.
That's awesome.
And then my very favorite and what I'm the absolute most proud of is our service. And I'm sure everybody listening can agree. I would be shocked to hear otherwise. You can have a beautiful property, you can have amazing food and a beautiful beach, but if the service stinks, personally, I don't think any of those things matter. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree. Yes.
Right? That's what you remember when you come home after a great holiday is, how amazing the service was, how the staff made you feel, the people that you met. So I'm beyond proud of the incredible staff that we have on property. So those are our 4 pillars. So now we're going to take a look at the resorts. And Susan, you feel free to dive in any moment you want to comment on it or talk about an experience you've had. But we're going to start with our 5-star Hyatt Ziva and Hyatt Zilara Rose Hall. Now, what's unique about these properties is that they're actually together. You can see in this photo, they're on one chunk of land. You have our Hyatt Zilara in the blue circle, and you have our Hyatt Ziva in the pink circle. Now, you might be saying, what's the difference? So Hyatt Zilara is adults only. You can see that in the little print there. And Hyatt Ziva is all ages. But the great thing about these resorts is if you're over the age of 18, you actually have full exchange privileges between the 2 properties. So you can go back and forth, use the restaurants, the pools, the spa, the coffee shops, and it's really great. I also love the location. Personally, 15 minutes from the Montego Bay Airport. Within an hour, you are having a red stripe and a beef patty. Those are my 2 favorite things in Jamaica.
I miss that red stripe, especially the lemon red stripe.
Exactly. So really great location, 15 minutes from the airport. I love it. So we're going to just look at a few shots of our adults only Hyatt Zilara. Now, here you can see this is the portion of the property. We have our own pool area for adults, our own beach area. You can see to the right of the beach is a beautiful brand new spa. It's less than, well, it's probably about a year old now, of this gorgeous oceanfront spa. It's a swimmable beach, so absolutely gorgeous. This is looking the opposite direction, that great pool. Of course, the swim up bar, very important. You can see all the towels laid out. We don't give towel cards. You just go on out there and there's going to be towels available for you. We have concierge service by the pool. So if you don't want to get up and you feel like a second red stripe or a third, they're going to come over and take care of you while you relax by the pool. I mentioned earlier our gourmet coffee shop. So you can see here the one that we have at the Zilara. And it's truly a barista coffee shop with snacks and also teas. If you're not a coffee drinker, lots of teas as well. This is Horizons. This is my favorite restaurant. I don't know if you've ever had, if you've had this before, Susan.
I've eaten there. I really enjoyed it. It was very, very tasty. Yes.
Yes, they have a jerk burrito here, and it is my favorite. And it's also an a la carte restaurant for breakfast too. So this is literally, if I'm not doing room service for breakfast, you will find me here every single day. I love it. But again, very unique dining, oceanfront here. Again, no reservations required and no limits. Now, the rooms are beautiful. Now, oftentimes, if you're watching a presentation, sometimes you're going to see the highest room categories or the most beautiful rooms. What you're seeing right here is an entry-level room. This is the least expensive room that we have. So I wanted to showcase that so you can actually see what a beautiful room it is here.
It's absolutely stunning. I love the colors. They're very calming. Yeah.
Me too. And we offer, again, 24-hour room service. We have guaranteed bedding with the Hyatts as well, which is really important. So if you want a king bed, then Susan can book you into a room with a king bed. And you can see there's a pull-out sofa as well. So every king bedded room is going to have that pull-out sofa. We also, at all of our properties, so not just this one, this Hyatt, but all of the resorts we're going to look at today also include Wi-Fi free of charge all over the resort, which I think is really important. Sometimes people have to check in for work. Maybe you're at an adult property and you're checking in on the kids at home, or you just want to brag to all your friends about the amazing vacation you're having.
And maybe they came down and they're working remotely. So they would have no problem with that, right?
Exactly. So again, now we're going to look at the sister property, the family or all ages Hyatt Ziva. Now, when I say family, it is really for everybody. We do get a lot of adults that come here on their own or to some of our other Hyatt Ziva properties. So if you're traveling without any kids, don't feel like you have to stay in the Zilara. The Ziva is going to be a great choice as well. So I really love these beach shots. So of course, if you're a beach walker, you might look at this and say, oh, it's not a really long beach. And you're right, it's not a really long beach, but there are paths that you can walk throughout the property as well, which are great. And I just love the calm water here. You know, if you are maybe not a strong swimmer or you are traveling with a little one, on the Ziva side, you can see those rock barriers that make it so calm. So there's no undertow, there's no waves. The little ones can play and build their sandcastles and you don't have to worry about that. There's
it's so beautiful.
Yeah, I know. So this is our overhead shot of the pools. We call that the Mickey Mouse pool at the bottom because it sort of looks like Mickey Mouse.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's the active pool. So that's where we have, water sports or your aqua aerobics, your volleyball. And then the pool to the top is just a nice relaxing lounge pool with a swim up bar. That's actually where my son learned to swim, is that pool there.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Of course, talking about amazing food, we have our very popular jerk hut. I actually have an aunt who lives in Kingston, Jamaica. And when she comes, and every year we travel here, she'll come and stay with us for a few days. And she loves the jerk. So, you know, if a local Jamaican is bragging about the jerk, that it's really, really good.
That's a good recommendation then. Yes.
Exactly. And then we have our Bites, which is a nice little snack shop. Afterwards, you can get sandwiches, but it's really sort of turned into more of a dessert bar or a dessert restaurant with cookies and cakes and candy. And of course, this is all included. There's no additional cost. You can come and have as many cookies as you want. I love it.
Oh, looks yummy to me.
Exactly. Now, in terms of the accommodations, if you remember that blue and orange room we saw on the
Yes.
Zilara, we have
Hmm.
the exact same entry level room in the Ziva, but it's more the pinks and the purples. So I
Hmm.
didn't want to show you the exact same room in a different color. So I wanted to show you one of our 1-bedroom butler suites. And this is available if you did want to upgrade. And we have it in both Ziva and Zilara. And of course, as I said, that comes with your own personal butler who will just pamper you while you're on holidays. And of course, it's nice to have that separate bedroom area as well.
And who doesn't want to be pampered today after this time that we haven't been able to go out? We need that rejuvenation.
Exactly, absolutely. And I do just want to highlight a few wedding areas. I'm going to talk a little bit more about weddings at the end, but I thought after every property, I would just show you some of our great venues here. So we do have a gorgeous sky terrace, of course, the popular beach ceremony and reception location. Beautiful. We have 2 beautiful gazebos, really popular property for destination weddings. But when I say that, with any of our properties, we can really create the wedding of your dreams. If you're looking for a destination wedding, they are by no means cookie cutter. We have some great tools available to really customize your vision or whatever, you have in mind. So there's just a few shots of some of our wedding locations at the Hyatts.
And I think they're stunning there because I really like that beach. Even though it doesn't look that big, it's still a beautiful beach to,
It
yeah.
is. It's gorgeous. And then we have just next door, literally 2 properties over, we have our Hilton Rose Hall, which is a 5-star beautiful property. And this resort is an all ages property. You can see, I love the size of our properties as well. This is under 500 rooms. Most of our properties are around the 400 room mark.
Mhm.
And again, we're in that great Rose Hall location. So very quick transfer from the airport. If you're a golfer, we've got 2 amazing courses, Cinnamon Hill and White Witch, within 5 minutes. You can see actually this one is attached to the Cinnamon Hill
Yeah.
golf course. So a really beautiful option and a stunning beach. Now,
Mhm.
everybody usually, when you think of Jamaica, if you know the island, people think that you need to go all the way to Negril to have a beautiful beach. This is right in Montego Bay, everybody. So this is the largest beach in the Montego Bay area, and it's a gorgeous stretch. And it actually extends even farther to the left of the screen than what's in here. And you can see that white sand and that crystal clear water.
I want to be there right now.
Me too. And then one of my favorite things is the water park. Now, it's not just for kids. I am certainly not a kid anymore. And this is one of my very favorite things. I'm a kid at heart, is what I like to say.
Me too.
Yes. Yeah, so we have water slides, we have a lazy river, we've got a swim up bar in there, we've got cabanas that you can rent all along the water, the lazy river area as well. So it's great for families, great for groups of friends, and just a really fun atmosphere. And again, that same food and beverage program. So remember when I said it's consistent with all of our brands, not just the quality of the food and beverage, but also the options, the flexibility without reservations and things of that nature as well. And then the rooms here are beautiful. We have, again, your garden views, your ocean fronts. Now, what I actually like about this property is the rooms are very simplistic. You can see we don't have over-the-top decor. They're very simple, but, they're very well designed with great bedding. I love a nice high thread count linen.
Yeah, that makes yes.
I've been spoiled staying at these amazing properties. So that's definitely a selling feature for me here.
And it looks so serene too. I mean, it's very calming when you go into that room. So you
Absolutely.
really feel relaxed.
Yes. And this is just one example. We do have, again, a number of different room categories that are available. And again, a lot of unique wedding locations. You can actually see on the bottom right of the screen, the aqueduct. So the aqueduct is actually a ruin that can be used for wedding ceremonies, receptions. And it doesn't have to be weddings either. Social groups, any type of group gathering, you're able to use that area as well. So of course, gazebos, that beautiful beach is a perfect spot for a wedding as well. And that the teams on property are absolutely incredible to work with.
And the photographs will be stunning with that background.
Exactly, absolutely. And then we have our Jewel Grand. Now, this truly is a grand resort. This Jewel Grand property is actually located right between the Hyatts and the Hilton. So if you actually look to the far right of that third building,
Yes.
that's actually the Hyatt right there. There's
Ah.
lower rise. And then the Hilton is on the opposite side. So this is a unique property. It is a 5-star plus. So we actually position this above our Hyatt. So it really is a luxury resort. And Susan, I'm not sure if you remember, but this property reminds me of lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Okay.
Without the price tag, tag of the rich and famous, it is, for a 5-star plus
that's the best
property.
part, without the price tag.
Exactly. But right from when you pull in, I remember the first time I visited this property, I just looked around because it is so meticulously landscaped. The gardens are gorgeous. All of the lounge furniture is these pops of bright orange, and it's just beautiful. So here you can see it looks big. It's only 217 suites. And part of that is because so many of these buildings, the two buildings to the left and then the one in the center, are all 1, 2, and 3 bedroom suites. So these have living rooms, they have dining rooms, they have your own laundry facilities right in your room. So, talking about destination weddings in particular, I think this is a great option because, you might have families traveling together, and maybe you want to put, one family wants to have the grandma in their room with them, or maybe your bride wants to have the first few nights with her wedding party until the wedding night and then switch rooms. So there's so many options available. Also, again, when we are starting to travel again, if you're still a little bit, nervous about the precautions and things, to have a full suite with your own living room and your own dining room and your own, all those facilities, it really does give you a lot of extra space that you can relax in your room as well.
No problem with social distancing, even in your space there.
Exactly. And of course, you can see our beautiful beach area. Again, very calm waters. And there, look at that. Oh my gosh, I love to be there. And what I actually love in particular about this pool is you can see it's a zero entry pool. So if anybody is not familiar with what a zero entry pool is, it's where you actually enter the pool just like you would the beach. So it starts out flat, and it gradually gets deeper. So I loved this. I traveled here with my family, and I loved it for my daughter in particular because she just learned to swim. She was only 4, not a strong swimmer, so we could still play, and she could, I didn't have to worry about the deep end and going up, slipping on the stairs or anything like that. It was amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That is a stunning shot of that.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Now, this is our lobby bar where, of course, we have great entertainment. If there's any sporting events, we've got some big screen TVs and just a lot of fun. Again, the dining experience here is the same as the others with really unique dining. This is one of my favorite restaurants. It's a very casual restaurant. Of course, we have, more formal dining restaurants, but I just loved this shot with that gorgeous turquoise background. And here you can literally just, throw on your beach cover, go over, grab a jerk, some jerk chicken or some, rice and peas, or if you want your burger and fries, you can get that here as well.
That's awesome.
And again, some beautiful rooms. So this is a junior suite. So this is a more traditional room. This is our entry level room. So again, I'm showing you the worst room you could possibly have.
It's stunning though. It's beautiful.
It is gorgeous. It's over 800 square feet, and they're all oceanfront.
Oh, can't go wrong with that then. Wow.
Yes. And then we have this is a 1-bedroom. So I'm not going to show you every room category, but I did want to show you they are a little bit different. The 1-bedroom living room area. So it is a little bit more of a traditional decor. And then there's the bedroom to that. So again, we also have 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, and then we have 3-bedroom villas as well.
Oh, that's awesome. And so how many would fit in a villa then?
In a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom, we can do 5, and then the 3-bedroom, you can actually go up to 7 people in a 3-bedroom.
Okay, so a multi-generation family could get together, like the travel buddy or a bubble.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Or when we don't have to worry about our travel bubbles and I'm thinking selfishly, I just want to get away with my girlfriends.
Oh yeah, sounds good to me.
Those girls getaways, or the guys. There's some great golf courses, or
Yeah.
not that every guy's a golfer. They might just want to relax at this amazing spa. And so yeah, definitely. And this is a state-of-the-art spa here at Jewel Grand. We've actually won a number of awards at this spa. So if you are looking at the end of all of this just to get away, unwind, relax, pamper yourself, and we're definitely seeing, some of the uptake of that business coming in for, Q4. No one's traveling right now, but they're looking, November, December, January, and we're definitely seeing, those vacations of just going away and relaxing and being pampered.
And I just want to interject right now. If you don't start thinking of doing more than just dreaming and booking something, so you're not going to get the dates that perhaps you want, because they are getting booked up, aren't they, Amanda?
You know what? That's a really good point, Susan. We are seeing, especially over Christmas, so many families this year wanted to go away for Christmas that weren't able to. So we are seeing people booking now for Christmas. In fact, some of our properties, we're already seeing limited availability. So I will say one of the great things, and Susan, I know you know this, but to those that are watching, we have some really flexible terms. So, maybe you're not sure. You're just not comfortable. You're not sure what it's going to look like in December or November. Keep in mind that you can cancel up to 24 hours prior to departure with zero penalty right now. And you don't even have to pay anything. You can book it. Susan can book it for you without even putting a deposit down. And you don't pay until 14 days prior. So I am encouraging people, if you're thinking about the holidays or you're thinking about, Christmas, New Year's, even just a November getaway, don't be scared to book it. You can book it now with those terms and cancel it if you can't, just to make sure that you don't lose the space on it. If you're flexible and it doesn't matter, you have that option. But definitely, I would encourage people to really figure out if you're planning on going away for the holidays, because we are seeing.
Yeah. So then the best for them to think of a date coming up, like you said, maybe November, December, or January, and then get their type of resort, their room category booked, so that they know that they can go away. And then you said 14 days prior, it has to be paid in full, right?
Exactly. And then even when it's paid in full, you can still cancel 24 hours before departure. If you decide, you know what, I'm just not comfortable, you can cancel and you can get your money back on the hotel portion.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Now, the thing is, going that far in advance, they could do the hotel, the land part, the flight would be different. So flight is, little different restrictions. So.
Yeah, exactly. And you can look into that. And the flight, you can, there are a lot of airlines, so there are more options. If you have your heart set on a property, you wouldn't want to lose out on that. And you can probably wait a little bit longer on the flight, I would think. And Susan, you're the expert on that. I'd leave that to you to advise. But I think you probably have a little bit more time with the flight portion. But hotel has the flexibility that you can cancel without any reason.
Really awesome. I think that more people need to know that. Book now. Yes, you're dreaming. Let's get it booked and let's make it possible for you to be there.
Exactly. Yep. And then we've got some great venues here at the Jewel Grand as well for your destination weddings. And then our very last property is our Jewel Paradise Cove, which is an incredible 4-star adults only property. Now, I emphasize the 4-star because I do think, in the all-inclusive space, most adults only properties are 5-star. Would you agree, Susan?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're gorgeous 5-star properties, but the reality is not everybody has the budget for a 5-star resort. So I personally love that we do have an adults only option that is more affordable than our 5-star prices. So this Jewel Paradise Cove, it's in Runaway Bay in Jamaica. So you're about 45 minutes from the Montego Bay Airport, and it is a charming little property. It's only 225 rooms. You can see here the lush vegetation, which is one of my favorite things about it. And then of course that really nice calm coved beach area.
Oh,
now
spectacular. Look at that.
Yes, and what's fun about this property is that it is an adults-only resort, but we have sort of two personalities. You've got a really fun side where there's music and dancing and, more active atmosphere, and then you actually have quieter pools as well. So regardless of what your personal preference is, this property is going to have something for you. And again, great food, great beverage. I love these cabanas that we have sort of spread out throughout the property, and look at the gorgeous views.
Yes.
Again, just one of our unique dining options. This is our Italian restaurant. And again, I said we've got coffee shops everywhere. And even here at our 4-star Jewel Paradise Cove, you're going to find a great, I just love the location of this coffee shop and those, tucked in the middle of all those palm trees.
Yes, it looks gorgeous.
And then I was just going to say, we also have, of course, a few different room categories available. So garden view, oceanfront, and we do actually have some butler suite categories as well.
So if they want to be pampered, they certainly can get all the amenities, right?
Exactly. Yep. And some beautiful wedding locations. Again, our wedding teams all work together. So everybody under the Playa umbrella does, whether you're a Jewel, whether you're a Hyatt, whether you're, a Hilton, all of our teams work together. We've got the same structure for all of our programs. So if you're looking at destination weddings, we do have the same programs for all of our properties. So we have our big day previews, which I highly recommend if you want to go down, check out the property before you decide where you want to get married. I promise you, if you come and see us, you're going to fall in love. And then what's great is you pay $500 for a Hyatt, for example. The Jewel Paradise Cove is $400. And then you basically get 2-night stay for you and a guest, or the bride and groom, or the couple. They get to meet the wedding team. They get to meet some of the vendors, really get a feel for it. It makes the planning process go so much smoother. It's not necessary, but it's nice once you get to build those relationships, with the people that you're going to be working with, especially when you're booking usually so far in advance. And then you get that credited back to your wedding if you come back and you actually book your wedding at that property as well.
And that's a great way. But also being there, they can be able to have more of a vision of what they could see their special day looking like, other than just seeing pictures, because they've actually been there and got the feel and the vibe for the resort, which is
exactly awesome. Absolutely. And then, like I said, we do have our wedding packages. They're the exact same. So this is just a screenshot of our Jewel Grand. The prices change depending on the property and the brand and the destination, because of course we have negotiated, contracts with our vendors, but it's all the same. So it makes it really, really easy, to determine what it is that you are looking for. They've got some great inclusions. We did these based on what the typical things most couples want. And then, of course, we work with them to customize it to create that, perfect wedding.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and that is that gorgeous?
Oh, so romantic dinner.
Yeah, so that's everything for me. And I thank you so much again, Susan, for having me a second time. I'm excited to come back again.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to have you again, Amanda. We thanks again to you for the Playa Resorts and getting to know more what's available in Jamaica. Obviously, we're going to do Mexico again and obviously expand a little bit from there. But we thank everybody for dropping in and joining us with Real Talk Travel. And obviously, we have an adventure every Tuesday. And there's my information. And obviously, how can you go? You can't go wrong. Book it, no money out, pay it only 14 days before. And plus, if something happens, that you can get your money back. Hey, win-win. Don't you agree? So
exactly.
Let's get it booked for you. So anyway, thanks again, Amanda, for joining us today. And we look forward to learning more about the Playa Resorts. And hey, you got me psyched up. I want to get on that plane. I want to get to Jamaica.
Wonderful. I can't wait to have you, and everybody watching. I can't wait for you to join us as well. So thank you so much.
I'm just going to put you back up there so I'll be able to see you. But thanks again. And we really appreciate being informed. The Stay Safe program, which I put up in the live chat, that they can go to YouTube and have a look to see. And I do have one question for you. Yep. Now, because when we come back into Canada, we need the PCR testing. Is that being done at the resorts at all, or do they have clinics that they're moving people to? before?
No, absolutely. Yeah, we do have them on property, and I can provide you, Susan, with all of that information on what's required. We're including it actually for all of our guests. The first test is included for all guests at all of our properties.
Okay,
And
that's good to
yes.
know, because I think that's an important piece, since that's mandatory now for us to come back into Canada there. So
Yeah.
thanks for that update, because then people won't have to be panicking. Where do I go for this test? Where do I?
Exactly.
They can go and enjoy, know that they're going to be looked after, have that special attention, relax, rejuvenate, have wonderful food, enjoy the scenery, and come back and say, wow, I should have been there sooner, but I'm going to go again. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and hopefully, who knows? Hopefully, by the time we travel at end of April, when it's, we're able to travel again, everything changes so quickly. So we'll make sure you have all of the updated information.
That's awesome. Thanks again, Amanda. We'll definitely have you go again. Thanks everybody for joining and learning more about the Playa Resorts and what they offer. Please reach out to me. Let's get you going. Make that dream a reality. Let's get out there and enjoy. Okay. So take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.